As we go on. You know, I'm like, yeah, nice P, you know? What up, P? Man. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry it took a few seconds to get a start on talking, but my videos have been copyrighted a lot recently because I've included the music, so I'm gonna go without music this time around. This is just gonna be a lot of Madden gameplay, so let's just do franchise, I guess. Actually, no, we'll do franchise. I will do use active roster. And as the title shows, I am going to be giving you my 2017 season predictions. I'm going to tell you the AFC side, and then I'm going to do some gameplay, then I'll tell you the NFC side. Man, I don't even know what team I want to do. Okay, let's just do the 49ers. Let's do owner, and let's do create owner, let's do former player. I kind of like to think about Joe Montana coming back and buying the franchise. That's the 49ers. My parents are 49er fans. I'm a Seahawks fan, but obviously, but it would still be cool just to see it. In my mind, the greatest NFL player to ever play the game, definitely greatest quarterback to ever play the game, and Joe Montana to come back. Either him or Steve Young, maybe Steve Young, but he's definitely in the top two. Pre-existing weekly training, auto, injury management. I'd like to control the cut days and then auto. Okay.
Your season starts now.
So let's get going with this. Also, let me know if it really bugs you that I don't have the face cam. I will try and get one and try and fix it up, go professional, but right now I just can't afford it, but let me know and I'll definitely look into it. Okay, so starting with the AFC side, the AFC East. The winner of the AFC East will be the New England Patriots. Now, there shouldn't even be any question about the New England Patriots winning the AFC East. That division is garbage. Probably the worst division in football outside of the Pats. The New England Patriots, I see, is doing 11-4-1, 6-0 divisional record, and here's why. Their divisional opponents will be where they will get the most of their wins, but they've got a tough schedule. They've got to face Jacksonville, who definitely has built their defense up and still has some pretty decent pieces on offense. You got to face the Steelers, I think, in the Steel Curtain. That's not going to be easy. I'm slating them to lose to Kansas City tomorrow. I just don't think they can pull it off against Kansas City. Kansas City is sick and tired of taking runner-up to a team like the Patriots. I just think overall they're gonna get undefeated in their division, but overall 11-4-1 if they're lucky. Second team that made the playoffs last year, but I don't think they will, the Miami Dolphins. They're gonna go 8-8 in my opinion. Here's why. The Miami Dolphins, I don't think that they're gonna have Ryan Tannehill. I don't remember what happened with the injury situation or what, but if they don't have, they've got Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler will be alright. But I just don't think the Dolphins, especially having to face the New England Patriots twice a year, I don't think that it's doable to do what they did last year, even try and replicate it. I think 8-8 and 4-2 divisional is a safe bet. Now the third team. The Buffalo Bills, this might surprise you, 3-13 overall, 2-4 divisional. So 2/3 of their wins, 2 out of their 3 wins will come from the division. Here's why. Those will be sweeping the New York Jets. Now, oh man, they're just not a good team, I'm just saying it right now. I'm sorry if there are some Buffalo Bill fans who are watching me right now or tomorrow, but the Buffalo Bills, them trading away Sammy Watkins was the final straw. Sammy could have probably gotten them to a 5-11 record, maybe even 6-10. They lost Stephon Gilmore. Their linebackers are trash. The safeties are trash. The corners are trash. I don't think they even have Ronald Darby anymore. Their D-line is pretty aight. The offensive line is pretty aight. Their 2 lines will be the 2 things that keep them from going 1-15 or 0-16. If it weren't for their lines, they would be garbage. And LeSean McCoy will be good, but I think he might get into this year with no other real current weapons. They had Anquan Boldin who would have kept them afloat, but he retired. They don't really have a tight end that I know of. Tyrod Taylor's inconsistent. So yeah, 3-13, 2-4. I just don't see it ending well for Buffalo this year. Now the New York Jets. Oh, I'm sorry if any New York Jet fans are watching me. And if you like the New York Jets hardcore, click off the video right now. I'm not even joking. Just don't watch this because you're not gonna like what I have to say. You guys will be the second team. Last team to do this were the Lions. This is how bad I feel about your guys' team, especially after the Sheldon Richardson trade to Seattle. I love that trade because Seattle, a lot of ESPN analysts are saying that we have the number 1 D-line and number 1 secondary now. Jermaine Pierce is good, inconsistent. You guys don't have a quarterback. You guys don't really have a current great running back. Offensive line is garbage. I think you guys are going to go 0-16. 0-6 divisional. That's just so hard to say because there are other bad teams. You guys are going to face if Buffalo. They're still 3-13. You're going to have two games. But here's what my thought process. Buffalo still has LeSean McCoy, Tyrod Taylor, and Jordan Matthews. 3 okay, decent weapons, and their offensive line should be enough to kind of keep Muhammad Wilkerson and Leonard Williams at bay. Now that being said, I'm so sorry. Should have turned off my dang phone. But with that being said, it's impossible to really feel high about this team. I felt higher about the Cleveland Browns last year than I do about you guys this year. And especially losing Brandon Marshall, are you kidding me? It's just so disheartening if you're a Jets fan because you guys, the front office even said they're dissecting you guys to try and make you guys better. And that could work, but as of right now, you guys aren't anywhere close to doing anything decent. So I gotta give you guys an 16 record. Now moving on to the AFC South. We've got the Houston Texans winning the division 11-5, 4-2. Now this is a team that I wasn't high on at all. I wasn't high on this team at all after losing AJ Bouye, I think Bouye, to the Jacksonville Jaguars. JJ Watt hasn't been healthy. That's a concern. Lamar Miller was a letdown. There are so many questions about this team, but here's the reason why you gotta have faith. There are 3 reasons. I think Houston might be my second team, and I'm high on them. 3 reasons to be high on them. Deshaun Watson is getting the start. At least I think he is. If it's Tom Savage, then they've got very little no chance of doing anything special. But if Deshaun Watson gets the start, it's going to be magic. He's going to connect with DeAndre Hopkins, giving D-Hop a 1,000-yard receiving season. Fedorowicz an 800-plus yards season. And Lamar Miller will finally have an 1,100-plus yard season. It's going to be such a big year for Houston throwing the ball. And their defense, I think, could be in the top 3. You know, you look at J.J. Watt's healthy. I think he'll remain healthy. Jadeveon Clowney, Whitney Mercilus, and their cornerbacks are still decent. I think the best thing they could do is sign someone like a Terrell Revis to kind of bolster their secondary. And then you've got people like Bradley Cushing who are pretty decent. You've got a decent linebacker core. And then I think they have pretty decent safeties as well. So I think that it's actually going to be a big year in Houston, especially since after Hurricane Harvey hit, they were talking about how they're going to play their heart out to put on a show for the city of Houston. And I know it has nothing to do with how good a team is, but it's a sense of patriotism. Like if something happened to the whole country of America, and you said, look, it's a soccer team, I'm going to put on a show for America. Because you have pride. They have pride for Houston. They're gonna play harder than they've ever played before, and I think a lot of teams will underestimate them, and will let Houston sneak out number 1 and finally pass double-digit wins. Number 2, in a wild card team, the Tennessee Titans, 10-6-3-3. Tennessee, in 2 or 3 years, will dominate the AFC South. In fact, no, they will dominate the AFC, and they might be Super Bowl champs within the next 5 seasons. There's a lot of reason to be high on this team. A young team. Marcus Mariota is one of the top young quarterbacks in the league. You look at their wide receiver group, Corey Davis, who I've got on my fantasy squad. He's going to be a phenomenal wideout, I think. You got Eric Decker. You got all of these pieces. Delaney Walker. DeMarco Murray. Derrick Henry. Great O-line. Great D-line. Decent linebackers. Logan Ryan will be a beast. They got all these pieces and they've still got money to spend. They're gonna be a team to watch out for and will be a lethal team that will sneak out of here with a playoff spot each and every year. Because unless they pull a Chip Kelly. Next, Jacksonville Jaguars 9-7-4-2. You could be high on Jacksonville, but with the division they're in, they're not going to win the division this year. And I'm going to do a little sneak preview prediction. They ain't winning it next year. I don't think that they're going to do that much like they did this year in free agency next year. Calais Campbell, if they can't make it do anything special in the next 2 years, Calais Campbell will retire. Okay, he's getting old. They blew all this money on all these big players, and I think their top divisional opponents will be the reason that they struggle. 9-7-4-2 is a good prediction. As long as Blake Bortles is on that team, I don't care if you have Dan Leonard Fournette. Their offensive line ain't special. Their quarterback ain't special. I don't even think they really have a tight end, so that is why I gotta give them a 9-7-4-2 prediction. No playoffs. Barely missing it. Now the Indianapolis Colts, another team that should turn out that should close this video right now. If you're a Colts fan. My prediction, Indianapolis Colts will go 2-14, win 5. And before you get mad at me, hear me out. The Indianapolis Colts, Andrew Luck's missing week 1. you can never count on that man to be healthy. T.Y. Hilton may have been big last year, but injuries are known to happen for this team. They don't have that big of an offensive line. Outside of Vontae Davis, they don't really have much of a secondary. Their D-line is okay, their linebackers are okay, but they're hard divisional opponents. Houston, if they do is what I'm thinking. They're gonna get swept by Houston. Jacksonville could be swept by Jacksonville. Tennessee might split with Tennessee, but even that's a stretch. It's not an easy go getting prediction to go say, hey, Indianapolis is gonna go like 1% who's at 14-2. That ain't happening. I'm sorry, man. That would be like me saying the Browns would go 15-1, win the Super Bowl. The Browns curse is over. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. I'm not here to make you feel good about your team. I'm here to kind of show what I think is realistic. Best record that Indianapolis could pull off is maybe 5-11, but even that is a stretch. And I think 2-14 would be good for them because I think they should trade Andrew Luck. Yes, trade him for a player like a Julio Jones and Antonio Brown. Get a big wideout, draft a quarterback, and then you have T.Y. Hilton and one other big receiver. Maybe get a running back in the second round. Build your offense so you can score, and that should help you get back to 500. Indianapolis definitely should trade Andrew Luck sooner rather than later. Also free up $20 million. Next, we've got the AFC North. The Pittsburgh Steelers going 12-3-1 and 5-1. Now, this shouldn't be much of a shock to anyone that the Pittsburgh offense is probably going to be the number one in the league. Their offense is just too good. They could put points up on the board every single drive. Ben Roethlisberger should be around for 3 more seasons, I think. Le'Veon Bell is not suspended to start this year. Martavis Bryant's suspension was lifted. Antonio Brown is big. Sammy Coates should get in there. Their offensive line is one of the top offensive lines in the game. They got Joe Hayden, who will bolster their defense. They got T.J. Watt, Ryan Shazier. Their defense should be in the top 22 or so. They used to be one of the worst defenses in the league, but I think they might be in top 20 now. I think that I'm very high on this team, and they might be a Super Bowl contender as of right now. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. Okay, now, the number 2 team in the AFC North will be the Cincinnati Bengals. 9-7-2-4. This team makes you want to get high, but then you remember why you're not high. Inconsistent, team who can't seem to win a damn game when it comes to the playoffs. Probably the worst team to ever play in the playoffs in history. It's big penalized team, not big defense. The offense should get you hyped though. Gio Bernard, Jeremy Hill, Joe Mixon, Andy Dalton, I think, will be big this year. They've got a pretty good offensive line. Well, actually, no, they did lose some pieces. They lost Andrew Whitworth and I think Kevin Saitler. They got AJ Green, Tyler Eifert, John Ross, LaBelle. It's gonna be a big year for the offense, but until the defense proves themselves, I'm gonna take them out of the playoff picture, and I think they're gonna fall a lot in their divisional games. This might surprise you, the Cleveland Browns, 7-9, 2-4. Oh, Cleveland, Brown Town. This gets me high on them. The fact that they've got DeShone Kizer, who I think will run the offense very well. You've got big group of wide receivers. Kenny Britt. You've got Corey Coleman. You've got... what's his name, actually? I'm so sorry, I'm embarrassed that I forgot this man's name. He was suspended for a while. But I think he'll have a big year now that he's been reinstated. Josh Gordon. He'll have a big year. And Kenny Britt will have a phenomenal year. Joe Thomas, the quietly building of the best offensive line in football. Isaiah Crowell and Duke Johnson will be a big-time group of running backs. I'm very high on Jabril Peppers. I think Miles Garrett will be big. Danny Shelton. I think overall, their team is going to be a phenomenal team this year, and I think they're one great quarterback and one more piece on defensive play from being a playoff contender easily. And then the last team that surprised me after last season, right afterwards, I made a prediction, and I thought they'd go 10-6, 11-5. Nope, I think 6-10. Baltimore Ravens 6-10, 3-3. Injuries kill Baltimore. The loss of Steve Smith. They don't have much of an offensive line, not much of a run game. Joe Flacco, I don't think that he will do much. Jeremy Maclin will have a big year, but they don't have much of a tight end. They don't have much defense outside of people like CJ Mosley. Their kicker and special teams is not that great. I just think it's going to be a down year for Baltimore, as they're going to finish below Cleveland. Yikes. And now, capping it off on the AFC side, we've got the AFC West. The Oakland Raiders finishing 12-4, 4-2. This is a team whose offense will be on point, but there are two sides to my prediction. I normally don't do two sides, but I'm doing two sides. Either they're going 12-4, 4-2, winning their division, or they will lose their division and finish in either third or last place in their division. Here's my thought process. The reason they can finish number one and go 12-4, 4-2 is because of their offense. Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree will be the big duo at the wide receiver position. Jared Cook, adding him was a steal. Marshawn Lynch is going to be a monster, a beast unhinged. Derek Carr is going to be a phenomenal quarterback at running the ball and passing the ball. Their offensive line, I think, is in the top 3 in the game. It's a great year and a great special teams. The reason they can lose their division is because of defense. Their defense Nah, they're probably the 30th worst best defense in the NFL, and this is why. The cornerback position is terrible. I forget which corner. I think Sean Smith was actually suspended due to him beating the boyfriend of his sister. They don't have big safeties. Gary Conley will be good, don't get me wrong, but they don't have much in the secondary outside of Bruce Irvin and Khalil Mack. Their defense is terrible. And if you can't stop an offense, defense wins championships. We're lucky we have a great defense and a pretty good offense. I just don't think that their defense can stop much of anything, and that will be why they would lose the division if they lose the division. Second, Kansas City Chiefs, 11-5, 3-3. They're lucky they're even getting double-digit wins, and here's why. They don't have much of the wideout position. Losing Jeremy Maclin was terrible, but they do have Travis Kelce. Kareem Hunt might be a big running back, but I doubt it. The loss of Spencer Ware was terrible and demolished their chances of having a running game. They don't have much of an offensive line. Alex Smith is aging. Patrick Mahomes might get some starts this year. Defense is great though. Justin Houston, Tom Bahali, Derek Johnson. They lost on Tari Poe, but you still have Marcus Peters, Eric Berry. Their defense is still going to be top 5 or top 7. And I think their special teams is pretty nice too. So overall, great team. If they could have held on to Jeremy Maclin, I'd put them as winning the division. Next, we've got the Denver Broncos taking a step up 9-7, 3-3. Their team is in a rut. They don't have a quarterback. They got Brock Osweiler back in the cheap. Maybe he could get back to his ways in their Super Bowl year when Peyton Manning was hurt. And he stepped up and played phenomenally. Damn it, I should have brought up some water. Freaking need to keep my voice moist. My throat moist. But their defense is still the no-fly zone. Their offense still has Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas. If they can fix the offensive line and maybe get a great running back, they could definitely do something. But until that happens, they're not going to get double-digit wins in my predictions. Next, Los Angeles Chargers, 4-12, 2-4. Oh yeah, Denver was 9-7, 3-3. Sorry about that. LA Chargers, 4-12, 2-4. Here's my thought process. They've added pieces along the offensive line, but they are inconsistent. They are like how they play the way the Seahawks played when we blew all those fourth quarter leads a couple years back. Except they do it season in, season out. It's hard to be high on a team that has some talent on their roster, but they can't access it. If they could be consistent, that's all they need, consistency. If they could be consistent, best team in the AFC, at least top 3. But with them not being consistent, they're not going to do much of anything, especially not when it comes to playoffs and winning their division. Okay, so I am going to play 10 minutes franchise for you all, and then we're going to do the NFC side, and then I'm going to do a part 2 video where I talk about the playoffs, because I did not know it would take this long to go through the predictions. First off, I'm not sure who you all would want. I'm going to go with Teddy Bridgewater to be our franchise QB. Call me crazy, but I value him over Marcus Mariota, Malcolm Smith. Wow. Not even halfway. What about a fifth? I see how it is. Gary Gilliam, dang it. Strong safety. Damn, man. Okay, fine, I guess I'm gonna have to give a third round pick up next year, but I'm not gonna like it. Wow, they're freaking greedy. Tell me right now. Teddy Bridgewater better do something on this team. I mean, no, right now. Dang, I don't like this. What the heck do you want? Here, take care of Gilliam. He used to be a Seahawks. He's terrible, dang it. I don't have to stand for this. For the love of freaking. Fine, everything fifth round pick. Thank you. Freaking jerks. I just, we got our franchise quarterback. And Teddy Bridgewater, nice looking quarterback. Pretty decent speed, great throw accuracy, short and medium. Decent deep. Not that great play action. Now, what worries me is his injury rating, 82. So we're definitely going to have to work on that in the near future. Also, with the regression system, Pierre Garcon will not be up there that much longer, so I'd rather get something for him. You know, one thing that San Fran has lacked is a pass rush. So we're gonna go out and we're gonna spare no expense in bringing in Big Sheldon. No, he's not gonna sign that easily. So how about a third of this year? And then a third of next year should just about do it. Wow. Fine, a second. Wow. He would too. There we go. Normally I'm not that high in spending that much draft capital on a player like this, but when we're running a 4-3, I would prefer that we have a big, nasty defensive tackle. Sorry about that. To get to the quarterback, that's why I'm so hyped about us having Sheldon Richardson in real life. So, 89 overall defensive tackle, Solomon Thomas. Yeah, he would not thrive at all in defensive tackle. What about Elvis Dumervil? He would not. So what I'm thinking is we go out and we trade away Elvis Dumervil for defensive tackle. One man that looks good is Ndamukong Suh, but I'm not sure I'm willing to pay that much. Yeah, I'm not willing to pay that much. What about Fletcher Cox? I might be willing to pay that much. A little bit cheaper. Oh yeah, I'm willing to pay him. gonna have to trade yet another draft pick, but I think it's worth it putting investment in our front seven. Ooh, and now, just like that, we've got... Okay, come on. Oh yeah, our defensive line is scary now. And it's a young defensive front too. Teams will not be running on us. So DeForest Buckner will get the start outright in.